If you are looking for a shower pan that can be built to any specification, then look no further. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can use a Grifform custom shower pan builder and walk you through the process of selecting a different shower pan base, starting with a basic understanding of our different shapes and shower pan structures, all the way through to our slip-resistant finish. This video is broken down into multiple sections for our different shower base options. To begin, we'll go over our shape selection section, which will go over our different shower pan components and our different shape options. Next, we'll review our different component variations, beginning with the shower pan's walls and moving on to the shower pan's entry point and drain. Finally, we'll go over our different custom shower pan add-on options, including our Overflow Protection system, color matching strainer, and slip-resistant finish. Solid surfaces are a great material choice for custom shower pans because of their ability to be adaptable and their antibacterial harboring qualities. Whether you're looking for a shower base with a specific drain hole placement or a shower base built to fit an oddly shaped space, Grifform's custom shower bases are here to help. The first section you will need to look at when you get to our custom shower pan builder is our shape selection section. Now, this section is where you're going to determine which shape option is going to be right for you. First, it is important to review your shape selections and determine which will be the best fit for your space. Currently, through the Grifform website Custom Shower Pan Builder, you can select between 15 different custom shape options. When inputting your dimensions into your selected shape, it is important to understand the three basic components that make up a shower pan, which are the shower pan's walls, the entry point, and the drain. Each component can be built to different variations according to your specification. You can review each component and modifications that can be made to that component in later sections. When changing shapes and dimensions of each model, the inside floor will expand and contract to whatever size specification you choose, leaving a 2% slope between the outer walls and the drain. By being able to alter the drain location, this allows plumbing lines to be installed anywhere. When measuring your space to determine the size of your shower pan, you first need to determine the wall variations you would like to use, which are located below the size input area in the Custom Shower Pans Variation section. There are three basic variations you can select for wall variations, which are straight walls, coved walls, and square walls. For more information on wall variations, you can watch the Pan Wall Variation section. If you have decided on which wall variation you would like to use, you can follow the guide on your screen on how to measure for each wall variation. You will notice the website example on the left with the wall variation selection highlighted in green, followed by the instructions on how to measure for that variation on the right. Essentially, the two things you will need to know are the stud wall or framing positions in your space and the backer board thickness and position. When you have decided on the wall variation you would like to use, you can measure your space using these outlines and subtract the clearance recommendation from each side of your total measured space. If you are viewing this video through our website and would like to view our spec sheets for our different shape options, color options, as well as entry point and shower base wall options, you can go to the information tab on our custom shower pan page. If you are viewing this through YouTube or other social medias, you can find these links detailed out in the description area. The next section you will need to look into is our pan wall variation section. This section is for you to customize and determine the best pan walls for your shower base. Through our website, there are three styles of wall options you can choose, which are straight walls, coved walls, and square walls. The first thing you need to select is your pan wall height. The standard height on a shower base is 5 7/8 inches. That is from the bottom of the shower base to the top of the wall. Short walls is 4 1/8 inch. With straight walls, this base height will not affect what is visually shown when installation is finished because your shower walls will sit against the floor of the shower pan. Where with coved walls, the height of your pan wall will affect the rim height which will be shown. The term rim is in reference to the area on coved wall and square wall shower pans that the shower walls are installed on. Straight walls do not have a rim because the shower walls are installed to the floor of the straight wall option. As you can see, when I change the height of the shower base, the rim height adjusts accordingly. The inner rim that is shown within the shower base will vary depending upon base specifications. This rim height will remain consistent with the shower base's wall height, meaning the height from the top of the rim to the bottom of the base would be 3 inches for a short wall and 4 3/4 inches for a standard height. Once you have determined which height works best for you, you can then head down the page to the wall variation selection area. With straight walls, the shower wall panels that you later install will sit on the floor against the pan walls and can be built to any thickness. Here's an example of how your shower walls will sit in a straight wall shower pan, flush to the floor and to any size or material shower wall. With coved walls and square wall shower pans, the shower walls that you later install will sit on top of the pan wall rim against the flange. The only difference between a coved wall and square wall is the corner edge treatment that leads to the pan rim. A coved wall will have a 3/8 inch corner, as shown on the left, and a square wall will have a square 90-degree corner. Essentially, these different square wall and coved wall variation options are going to determine how much rim you want exposed around the bottom of the shower base, and the thickness of wall that can be installed onto that rim. As you can see in this example of the coved wall 3 option, it is built flush between the 1/2 inch base pan wall and the 1/2 inch solid surface wall example piece. Whereas if you were to select a coved wall 6 option, the rim would expand, have a round over rather than being flush to the installed walls, and also support a wall thickness of up to 1 1/4 inch. Here's an example of a coved wall shower pan with shower walls thin enough to leave the outer rounded over rim exposed. And here's an example of a coved wall shower pan that's 1/2 inch pan walls run flush to the 1/2 inch installed shower walls. Remember to pay attention to the spec sheet on which wall variation option you choose and the wall thickness that variation supports. Remember to review the shape selection section on how to measure for that wall variation when you have made your choice. If you would like to order custom solid surface shower walls through our website built to accommodate your pan wall variation, you can head down the page to our custom shower pans accessory area where you can choose to add on custom walls. These walls will be built to 1/2 inch thickness by default and can be selected in either 96 inch or 72 inch, as well as built to color match your shower pan selection or built to a different color as shown here in the example image. Upon installation, these shower walls can be adjusted to be built flush to the ceiling level as in this example here, or built below ceiling level as shown here. A common add-on to walls built below ceiling level are wall caps. This option can be selected through the molding tab in our custom shower pans accessory area. As you can see in this example, these are simply small edge add-on pieces built to match the thickness of your wall and with a round over on either side. These wall caps can be built to any color and installed to run along the whole length of the wall. The next section you need to look into is our base entry option. Whichever option you pick is going to vary depending upon your needs. This option is located next to the pan wall section. In this section, we will be briefly covering our barrier entry options, no drip and drip entry, and our barrier free options, sloping and ramping. All empty cavities in Grifform shower pans are infused with high-density, fire-resistant construction foam. As you can see in this example, even under direct flame, the foam still self-extinguishes. The compact high-density foam infused in these entryway cavities and the shower pan's base reinforce the structure of the shower pan, enabling the surface to resist high amounts of direct force. As seen in this no-drip entry example, the shower entryway width can be adjusted upon inputting your shower pan specifications. By default, the entry width is 3 inches. Depending on how you want your shower pan built, you can choose between our no-drip entry, drip entry, ramping entry, and sloping entry. Barrier-free entries such as ramping and sloping are commonly paired with Grifform's award-winning Overflow Protection design. If you are concerned about selecting a barrier-free entryway because you are worried about water overflow, be sure to review our Overflow Protection section. Through our website, you can adjust the height of your entry point. The height for a standard barrier entry point is 4 3/4 inches between the top of the entry point and the floor installed on. For a short height, this is 3 inches. Remember to pay attention to how adjusting this also adjusts the height of your pan wall and rim. No drip entry, drip entry, and ramping entry are designed to be installed floor level. Sloping entry is designed to be installed into a recess. A base with a barrier entry point could be installed into a recess, but you would need to remember that depending upon the depth of the recess, that would affect the height of your outer entry point. A good way to get rid of this recess is by extending your plumbing lines and using filling and leveling material to bring up that recess. Remember, if you do this, that your base might now impede with your backer wall boards if you did not consider this when you originally installed those. This is one of the reasons why it might be a good idea to install these after your shower base installation is complete. This will allow you to properly place your backer wall boards to get the required clearance for whichever base wall variation you have selected. Generally, if this is a new build or first-time base installation in that space, there likely won't be a recess, and your base will be installed to the leveled flooring. Your room flooring would then likely be installed to butt up against that base. Grifform's different entryway variations can be modified accordingly to work with your needs. Many people specifically targeting custom entryway modifications are often looking for custom barrier-free options because information for custom barrier-free options is limited. Grifform's entryway options can be built to adapt to any shower pan shape and can be built to replace pre-existing shower or bath units. These barrier-free entryways can be built to comply with ADA regulations. Grifform shower pans are home innovation compliant and are built to follow industry standard regulations. If you would like to view Grifform's Home Innovation Shower Unit certification, this can be found at the top of the custom shower pan page. The next section we're going to cover is Grifform's custom shower pans drain options. This is the last section of our custom shower pans variations section and allows our users to customize their drains to their own specifications. Currently, through the Grifform website shower pan builder, you can select 2 drain options, standard drain and trench drain. Grifform's trench drain option runs across the shower pan and is built to floor level. If you choose to select a trench drain at the end of your quote request, you can specify in the comment section if you would like a trench drain with a slack cover or angled perforated cover. All water collected by the trench drain is directed back to the main exit drain hole cutout in the floor. The standard drain cutout option is your typical circular drain. The location on both standard drain and trench drain can be specified to align to plumbing. There is roughly a 2% slope between the outside edge and drain location. To ensure that every product has efficient water flow, all shower pans sent out by Grifform are water tested and documented. After you've looked at our different drain options, the next section you can look at is our Overflow Protection. Overflow Protection is the first add-on to our custom shower pans. Its discreet design makes it unique and a common add-on to our barrier-free entries. Remember when choosing an entry to consider Overflow Protection. Overflow Protection is most commonly installed in ramping and sloping entries. In 2017, Grifform's Overflow Protection won the EFA Product Innovation Award, being determined as the most innovative product serving the senior living and design industry. Overflow Protection helps you to not limit your design ideas to certain entry points because you are worried about water overflow. Overflow Protection greatly increases the benefits of barrier-free entryways because of the ability to better limit excess water overflow and add ease of entry for individuals with limited mobility. Where traditional overflow protection systems often have sealant issues and frequently have to be maintained and replaced, Grifform's award-winning overflow protection system even contributes to the visual design and requires little to no maintenance. Grifform's Overflow Protection was awarded the EFA Most Innovative Award because of its ability to directly assist individuals with limited mobility. If you struggle with mobility and are looking for features to include in our shower pan selection, a common variation for those with limited mobility is our sloping entry feature with overflow protection, trench drain, and slip-resistant finish. Grifform works with individual homeowners to create custom products all the way up to large-scale commercial users, providing each customer with top-of-the-line custom products. Grifform ships all over the US and builds all packaging custom to best optimize size and lower shipping costs. Through Grifform, we sell directly to our customers, which allows us to not be limited by a price point and use the highest quality materials while still maintaining a competitive price. Rather than having to design a space to work with the product, Grifform designs a product to work with the space. This allows home and commercial architects to be more creative with how they use their square footage and not have to worry about laying out certain spec sizes in their builds to align with standard shower sizes, and use that square footage in other areas which contribute greater value to the total build. Being able to allocate square footage well is one of the core principles of building a space for value and is one of the biggest factors that makes any custom construction application so valuable to their users. The next area you're going to need to look into is our color matching strainer section. This is the second section of our add-on area and allows our users to have strainers built in the same color and material of their original shower pan choice. When selecting a color matching strainer, this will correlate back to the previously selected drain variation. Our color matching strainers are built to sit flush to the floor of your shower pan and built to whatever color you have previously chosen for your shower pan. In this example, you can see a Grifform color matching strainer side by side with a possible standard drain strainer you might end up selecting later on. The color matching strainer option is not an option you need to worry about if you have selected a shower pan with a trench drain. This is because the cover cutouts of a trench drain are built by default to work with the floor and cover up this larger alternative of a drain. If you are looking for a drain cover that does not stand out like most common or brass steel covers, selecting a color matching strainer could be the right choice for you. The final section we can go ahead and look at is our slip-resistant flooring feature. This feature is ADA approved and applies a slight etching to the flooring of your shower base. As seen on the right, non-slip resistant finished flooring is smooth to the touch, whereas slip resistant finished flooring has a much more coarse and grainy feeling to it. Choosing to apply slip-resistant finish will alter the look of the surface depending on the color you choose. The more pigment in the material, the greater the change slip-resistant finish will have. The darker, closer to black a color is, the more noticeable slight markings, or in this case, slip-resistant finish, will show. Slip-resistant finish is not applied to the entry variations no drip and drip entry, and is applied to the entry variations sloping and ramping. With coved wall and square wall shower pans, slip-resistant finish is applied roughly 2 inches from the entry and outer lying wall variations across the entire floor. Depending on the color you choose, this allows there to be an attractive visible separation between the slip-resistant finish flooring and the outer threshold and wall. With sloping or ramping entry point variations, the slip-resistant finish remains roughly 2 inches from the wall, but runs all the way through the entry to the exit of the shower pan. This is because these entry points act almost as an extension of the floor, rather than having a direct threshold divider such as no drip entry. The non-slip resistant finish separation between the entry and outer wall is for all wall variations except for the straight wall variation. With straight walls, the slip-resistant texture will be applied to the entire floor, flush to the edge of any entry point, and to the edge of the straight wall. This is because with straight walls, the walls you choose to install that will be visibly shown when installation is finished sit flush to the base of the floor of the shower base against the straight wall, while with coved or square options, the walls sit on top the shower pan wall lip and are sealed flush against the flange. Notice in this example of this coved wall shower pan how the rim separates the floor from the installed shower walls. Whereas with this straight wall example, the floor runs directly to the installed walls. There are a lot of different options you can add on using our custom shower pan builder. Ultimately, how simple or complex you want your shower pan built is up to you. Here at Grifform, we really get a mix of bases that we produce, from large 15-foot plus bases that would be installed into luxury houses to smaller bases that might be installed into an RV. Remember, if you fill out one of the quotes through our custom shower pan builder, that this is processed as a quote request. Once we have received your quote request, we will then bring you through the process of getting your signed approval drawings and your project payment. These drawings will be detailed out spec sheets of your selected product and are great tools to use if you plan on coordinating with an installer. During this time, we will also provide you with a quote that includes shipping costs. I hope this video better helped you understand different custom shower base options. I'm David, you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.